Howdy, you guys. Hello, hello. Boy, YouTube was being very strange. After I hit go live and it picked up the stream, it ended the countdown and said live in 10 minutes. I don't know. Come on, Mercury turned yesterday. This is no fair. First of all, welcome. Hi. Glad to have you here with me. Slap that like button on your way in the door and then tell us who's here so I can say hi to you directly. I am discombobulated tonight. I hear you say, Luna, why should this be like any other? Shouldn't this be like any other night? So, I have been trying to settle on my decks for like the last 45 minutes. And I've been all over the map. There just aren't any that have made themselves known to me. So, hello, Stephanie, welcome. So I have a couple here, and I think I know what I'm going with. So let me set this one aside. Hold on. At one point, I had an oracle deck and 5 tarot decks across here, and I was going to make you guys pick one. But I decided I'm not going to do that. But what I'm looking for, it's like, okay, we're just past the solstice. Tomorrow afternoon is the full moon. So tonight is the waxing full moon. Hold on. Get my seat right. Oh my God. Hi, Becca. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. But I'm looking for light decks, show me the light ones. And our focus this week is going to be, how do I bring my light? Where do I need to shine my light this week? So welcome, whoever's lurking and watching. Come join us for reals and show us who you are. Or at the very least, hit the like button. If you don't want to tell us who you are, you got to pay your dues and hit the like button. So here are the decks that I've got out right now. And I think I know which ones I'm going with, but I got out the Light Seers, and this is the Tarot of Ethereal Visions. So between these two tarot, let me get the other one out. So I will make you pick one, because I just can't do it tonight. Ugh. Does this bode well for readings? We'll find out, won't we? If things start to get bogged down, I will grab my Robin Hood. I'll go for the tried and true. But it is so much fun doing nights like this because I can, drive different decks for a little while. The Light Seers has different meanings for the upright and reversed, and I do believe I have this deck cross-shuffled. Oh, arts and farces. What the hell? Okay. And then this deck we're going with tonight is the Oracle of Shadows and Light, Lucy Cavendish. So, what do you reckon? So you're digging the ethereal visions, huh? Yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful deck. Any other opinions? Check in here. You have a chance to influence. Here's the... Although, boy, I hear this one calling right now. The colors are drawing me. Let's give them a shuffle and see what happens. Oh, I hear the thrush. In the woods, the king of the woods has shown up. These don't shuffle very well. Why didn't I remember that? Well, those shuffle much nicer, but that shouldn't be, the entire qualification for a deck. So, somebody else check in. What do you think? This one, left one, right one. Let's find. And in the meantime, let me see if I can clear my head a little bit. Let's get out the bell. Let's do a grounding. Okay. I know one thing. I'll be right back. Okay. This is where people with fibromyalgia will understand this. I just realized why I've been so scatterbrained, and it's because I'm in pain. And all day now, I've had times where I've gone, oof, boy, I'm in pain, and I haven't done anything about it. And it gets in the way of your brain. So I just took some Tylenol. Let's come down into the body, huh? Come down in. We'll do a smoke cleanse. We'll do a saltwater blessing. Come on. Oh. Cheap matches. There we go. I really miss good old blue tips. I don't think they make them anymore. Or if they do, you know, it must be like buying Sudafed. You got to sign your life away to get some, because I haven't been able to find them. All right. Let's have a smoke cleanse. I invoke the air to clear and steady my mind, and the fire to open up my vision. I'm going to do this because my salt water is mostly evaporated. And I invoke the water to wash me clean and let my emotions flow, and the earth to ground me in my body. So mote it be. And I call in spirit. Call in allies and ancestors, guides and guardians. Come in, come in, come in. I call you in with the clear sound of the bell. May this bell clear out any negative energy, any negativity, any darkness, any confusion, any confuzzlement. As we invite you in to come help me tonight. Come help me give some good readings tonight, eh, gang? I appreciate it. I offer you fresh water, and I offer you freshly made fire of Azrael. I don't think I showed this to you last week. I think I forgot to. See this? This is my jar, okay, that I will use. This is what is extra to package and sell. This is Fire of Azrael. So I'm making plans, you guys. We'll find out when they come to fruition. Okay. I invite the spirit of divination in to just help me get out of my own way and see what the cards are telling me. I welcome you here to play with me tonight. Okay, anybody else checking in? Becca's liking the ethereal visions. I'm starting to vibe a little bit more to the light seers. Come on, there's 6 of you out there. All 6 of you. You're so special. All right. I have an idea. 1, 2. We'll see which one of those numbers comes up first, a 1 or a 2. Well, there's a double 1. That's that one. All right. 11 came up, so that was the number 1. Twice. All right, ethereal visions. In the box you go. course, because I've been in pain and because I've let my brain get rattled, my anxiety's kicking up. But we're just going to transfer that energy, okay? We're going to transfer. I hope. Hello, Haneen. Welcome. Thank you for checking in. It's been absolutely beautiful weather, and I have not left the house today. I'm getting things done inside, but I've been very hermity. And, what else is new? But things are coming up. Like this weekend, our town's little, what they call Heritage Fest. It's usually, or it used to be, on the 4th of July weekend. When the 4th of July was coming up, it was the weekend before or the weekend containing it. Now they've bumped it back to the weekend before, and it's weird. And they're not having any vendors. They're just doing music, which our town does exceptionally well, by the way. So there's going to be lots of music going on downtown, and that's pretty exciting and scary because I'm not sure I want to do it because now we've got this Delta variant. So I also want to start off by saying to you, if you are within earshot of this and you have not yet been vaccinated, if you're in the U.S., wherever you are really, if you have access, and you have not yet been vaccinated, please do it. The Delta variant is now in Florida, and they're saying that this could cause another surge. And there were like the initial people that got it in Florida. I heard that one died, one didn't, and one that didn't get it of this group had been vaccinated. So just please, let's guard this summer with our lives, guard our lives through this summer, however you want to look at it. But please get yourselves vaccinated so that you can be safe, and so that the ones that can't get a vaccine or on whom the vaccine will not work because of immune system issues, that those people may also be safe. Okay, we've got some flying out already. Let's do our initial reading. I've got 8 of Cups, and I've got 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So we're talking about distancing, taking an emotional step back from resources. 6 of Pentacles talks about money falling into the hand, and look at the infinity sign kind of in the back. It talks about the exchange, the wheel that turns when you support someone, say, that's plying their trade on a live stream, or just by doing the energetic thing that you're here to do, by giving your gifts and money coming in from that. But the 8 of Cups talks about sort of taking a walk away emotionally. Let me look at this image, though. It talks about using your emotions, dealing with your emotions by making an offering. That's one thing the Catholics, they would always say, offer it up. You're suffering, offer it up. Offer it up to the Lord. Offer it up to the Virgin Mary, whatever. But there is something to that if I'm feeling this emotional feeling, rather than going into a story and trying to get away from this feeling, we can stop and make an offering of it. Like in the Tonglen practice, we can say, I am willing to feel this. I am willing to feel this for the energy that's in it. And, when you step into the emotion, step into the feeling, and you accept it, and it makes the energy move, then it becomes accessible to you. Emotional energy acts on you until you step into the energy, and then it becomes accessible to you to use. All right. So we're talking about kind of, I think, stepping into this feeling of joy. And then we have the High Priestess. Hello. Stepping into a feeling of joy, into generating bliss. We've got the resources around us. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's summertime. We've got fruit coming in all over the place. And we can talk about, leaving our emotions, letting them flow, letting them be, not basing our decisions on them. The High Priestess can tell the difference here. That we witness our emotional energy, we listen to it, we allow it to move, and we get the information that is contained in it, the information and the connections that are contained in it, and we let the abundance flow. Okay, let's see what we got here. Pluto in Taurus in the 8th. Yikes! Ooh. Okay, so I'm going for like the light decks, and we're getting super dark energy here. Pluto, at any rate. So Pluto is transformative energy. So this week, how we bring our light is intensely shining it without compromise, without dimming it in any way. In our full potency. Pluto is about potency and influence and intensity. And it's transformative energy. It's the ability to see treasure in trash. It's the ability to take whatever we're given and transform it into something useful. So when we look at the emotional energy up here, that's what we're doing, is we're taking the energy of emotions, no matter what they are, without judging them. We tend to judge emotions as good or bad depending on how they feel to us, and that's wrong-headed. So if we don't judge our emotions and we just allow them to be, then that energy becomes available. We can transform them into usable energy. Okay? Then look at Six of Pentacles here. Okay, let's just do this. Six of Pentacles talks about resources falling from the heavens upon you. And the Six of Taurus is material resources. Taurus is, ruled by Venus. Taurus is the love and delight that we take in, the delights of the senses, the pleasures of the senses. And so it says this week, those pleasures are going to be in abundance. And we can help transform ourselves through that sensual pleasure. And then the 8th house, with the High Priestess here. The 8th house is the occult. The 8th house is the inner workings of the universe. It's magic. It's, the hidden workings of things that we can only get to like intuitively and psychically. So this is the invitation to tap into our psychic skills, to tap into our sensitivity, to be here with them tonight, to find practical information. Taurus is absolutely practical and value driven. So we shine our light in a way that is valuable to people, the way that people can really put their hand to, that they can really experience. Practical advice. Putting our gifts out in a practical way, sharing our resources, and being, connected with the greater good at that time. And being, just having the energy. This week it talks about having the energy to transform things, having the energy to really see deeply into the currents that are going on. Okay. And guess what? We start with our Cancers tonight. Whee! There they go, cartwheeling off the desk. Uh-oh. Yep, I've got these. I do have these reverse shuffled. So I'm going to be looking things up tonight. Okay, there's one. 3 of Wands. All right, Cancer. It's time to look at the waves that are coming in. Look at the way the tide is turning and how you can take advantage of that. You have the skill. You've taken responsibility. Now it says it's time to take that skill out onto the waves, all right? You can stand and watch the waves from the shore, but you don't really get the payoff until you go out in. It's the proof. The proof of the pudding is in the eating, is what they're telling me. Let's take a couple more and see what we got here. All right. Wands and Wands. And then we've got 3 of Pentacles. So shining your light this week, Cancer, is about getting your passions in order, about looking at how you are shining your light, how you are serving the world, how you are here doing what you were put here to do. And it's saying that this week we need to organize it because it's time to launch. All right. We're through the retrograde. The things that have been ruminating and, I could do this, the ideas that you've had over that retrograde, it's time to get them in order because it says they're kind of all over the place here. To get them in order because it's time to actually test drive. Get out and launch and do a test drive. And the Three of Pentacles reversed there says that something has not begun, that it's time to get something really done on a practical level. So there's a practical level to this that needs to be addressed. All right. So this week we've got the creative impetus and the ideas, but we need to get them into a practical form and ready to launch. All right. Okay. That one split because the deck was warped. All right. I think I'm going to do them this way. Love is strange. All right. That's interesting. And it has nothing to do with these. All right. That's more like it. We get a powerful energy shift. So, for you, Cancer, in terms of these other cards, it's time to shift those energies, tap into this Plutonian resource here, and that is transformative energy, and feel that shift. Look at the eclipse. Look at the eclipse here. What house did those eclipses go off in? What houses did the solar and lunar eclipse hit? Because that's where you really need to look for the energy shift for you. So the houses were Capricorn and Gemini. Sit. Will be the places of concentration there. It would be Capricorn, Cancer, and Gemini because, of course, the full moon has both Capricorn and Cancer. So yeah, time to launch. Get it together. Get it in order. The thing, and they're telling me that you should always, or not wait until you feel you're ready before you launch. We tend to. I know I tend to do this. Maybe we all feel like this whenever it's time to launch a creative project. Somebody's shooting off fireworks. Okay, I feel sorry for the doggies. At any rate, when we're getting ready to launch, we never feel like we're ready. And if you try to wait until you're ready, then it's kind of like all the juice and the impetus and the, it's a drier launch than if we're not quite ready and we're sweating. So be prepared to launch something before you feel you're altogether ready. But time to really get the plan together in motion this week and prepare to launch, Cancer. All right. Feel that transformative energy. And, with Pluto in 8th house here too, Pluto is the natural ruler of the 8th house. So this says it's also a really excellent week to do some spell work around money, you guys. With Taurus there, do some serious spell work around money. So Cancer, you could look at, how you're using your resources. I want to pull those out. Actually, it would be fun if you guys would, check in with your... Okay. So wouldn't it be fun if I could pull, like, the last card of each sign for the first one of the next sign? Yeah, that's a tall order. Never mind. Okay. Queen of Wands and Ace of Cups. So also with Leo, there's something here. And I mean, are we all in this position after Mercury retro? If you follow the rules, then nobody's started anything new on the Mercury retro, and we're all waiting. And so this says now to time to look at what has not been launched. And I'm going to look this one up for both Cancers and Leos, because this is the Shadow Seer. So with this deck, there's a Light Seer meaning and there's a Shadow Seer. So Light Seer, or Shadow Seer, says difficulty working with others, a need to listen selfishness, pushing your own agenda, not trusting your partner's ability, and an ego clash. All right, because upright, of course, it talks about working with someone, cooperating, teaching and learning, sharing your skills. So this is saying for both Cancer and Leo that there are skills here that we're not sharing, or we are not cooperating the way we ought to be, that we need to do a little bit more listening to what someone else is bringing to the table. The Queen of Wands here is taking her creativity, and she is ready to launch. The Light Seer's creativity, passion, determination, confidence, joy. So she's ready to go. This is so Leo, you know? So Leo energy, it's like get the momentum of your passions going. But we want to be tempering that with cooperation and listening to someone else. And the Ace of Cups backs that up by saying there's a new emotional beginning that's available here. If we open up the heart chakra, let someone else in. Generosity of spirit is what I'm seeing here in order to move forward this week. And we have Snow Angel. The signs are with you already. Okay. I'm not going to panic. I don't feel like these decks are synced up quite yet, but we'll just keep working with them. So Ace of Cups, of course, is a new emotional beginning. Queen of Wands is ready to shine her light, but we've got to cooperate. The signs are with you already. Snow Angel. It's like if you look around you and let nature start echoing back to you the energy that you're carrying in you, you're going to feel a lot more confident here, a lot more confident about what you're starting. This is a new emotional beginning, Leo. If you're in a relationship, then this could be a new phase of the relationship, but it's saying in order for this to begin, you've got to listen as much as you talk. And we also need to be aware of what we already know. We don't have the luxury of denial. I'm looking at this Three of Pentacles upside down again. Hold on. Okay. Ego clash. I step into the vibration of conscious collaboration. All right. So for true collaboration, we just need to open up and let the other person in, let them have their part of it, let them have their say. And in the meantime, you need to trust what's in front of you, trust what you already know, trust what you've already seen about the situation. So there's no more room for doubt. It's time to be confident in what you know you have to offer. Confident in opening your heart and offering what you have to offer, your bright, bold spirit, but then you also have to listen. And look at the way she's pointing. She's like, okay, you're on. Here's what I have to offer. You're on. What about you? And then we listen. Then we listen deeply to the other person, but keep your eyes open. Be aware of the signs that you're already seeing, the things that you already know. Okay? While you're waiting to hear what the other person has to say. There's a particular Leo that I really hope will be watching this at some point. And it's not me. Wow, I'm in pain. Sorry, guys. Just got like a rush of pain down my arms. Woo! Woohoo! Okay, Virgo. All right. I'm just going to go off the top. Ten of Wands, Five of Pentacles, reversed, and Six of Wands. So let's move the reverse up. All right. So we're going from a situation here where I'm feeling like I've got to do it all myself. I've got to carry the entire burden. I'm carrying the whole load. It's only me. I'm all alone. and the sense, the Five of Pentacles, of being out in the cold. But this is turned around. Okay, I want to look at that one in particular. Scarcity mindset, feeling helpless, victimhood, inability to move ahead, fear and isolation, resistance to positivity, feelings of low self-worth that keep you from participating in prosperity, a light at the end of the tunnel. So now, this sense of I'm carrying the whole burden and I'm all alone. And this is the oh, woe is me. Upright, it actually talks about money difficulties and feeling left out. I mean, this card doesn't really have an opposite reverse. But it's saying that the burdens you've been carrying have kind of pushed you into the woe is me place of, you know, it's never going to be any better, and it's kind of taking you down hope-wise. But look what comes up here next. The Six of Wands says you're like right there, right at the end, Virgo, right about to come out of the shadow. So hang in there, take care of yourself, you know, nurture yourself, but you know, pull back from, and you know, it's good to have a good old wail sometimes, but when you find yourself really telling yourself the sob story and having the pity party, and you know, nobody else has ever had it as bad as me. Well, yeah, they have. We all have. So, time to pull back from that, because you're right on the verge of success. Okay. You know, this is where I just have to get out of my way. The signs are with you already. It's saying you're already seeing success, Virgo. So whatever it is that you might be tempted to tell yourself this week about how things just aren't working out and it's never going to be okay, and, you know, poor pitiful me, the signs are already telling you that that's not the case, that you are powerful, that you are capable. I mean, look at this, 10 of Wands. You're obviously capable of carrying a big burden. But we can let go. All right, hold on. Taking on too much, an opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, finding yourself close to a successful outcome, right? The need to prioritize, and a message to keep going. So the message here is keep going, you're almost there. So whatever is coming up that might make you feel like I'm going to give up, you know, never mind this week, you need to fight against that, Virgo, because you're right there. You are right there, and the signs are already there showing you that success is on the way, but you've got to believe it. You got to believe it for yourself, and just open your eyes, because it's there. You'll see it. All right, I am going to do a flippy turny and do a half deck shuffle here, just to change things up a little bit, because I feel like with reverses that you need to kind of flip some things around each time you shuffle the deck, or you're going to have the same reverses, right? Okay. Really? Okay. Wow. All right, Stephanie. Well, thank you for that validation. That now it's time to turn around and focus on the signs that you already see, that things are all right, that things are working. And if you can't see it quite yet in your own life as far as, you know, personal success, then take some time and check out Mother Nature, because she has succeeded in making summer yet again. Even through the bleakness of winter and a pandemic, she has still succeeded in doing what it's time for her to do. So, you know, check that out and know that your time is coming. But this week, that victory card says, you know, right on the other side of that, oh, is just, yeah. So, faith, Virgo. All right, when they all three come upside down, then we turn them all. This is for Libra. All right. All right, things are moving for you this week, Libra. It's about physical resources for you as well. The Chariot says that you're in the driver's seat. The way you shine your light this week is by moving forward. Hold on. Got Seven of Swords here, which is the Thief card. Okay, I'm going to take these other two that flew out as well. Six of Cups, the Lovers. All right, well, Libra, you're always all about relationships, aren't you? So we've got Six of Cups reversed here and the Lovers. So there might be some reminiscing going on for you, Libra, about past relationships or the past of a relationship where, you know, just looking back on memories, but somehow we're looking back on not happy memories. Six of Cups upside down is that the memories aren't making me happy. Let me see here. Being stuck in the past, lamenting decisions and actions, a need to forgive others, a reminder to forgive yourself, letting people in, a need to deal with regret. So, wow, is this ever a Libra card? Lamenting decisions and actions. Once a decision is made, it's made, Libra, and you need to make, you know, find a way to forgive yourself for that and forgive others if you want things to move forward. This is definitely talking about in relationships, and it's saying not to dwell on the unhappy bits or the things that didn't work out. If you want something to move forward, you need to deal with what's happening now. And then we're looking, okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So there might be a situation here where you're feeling like somebody is getting away with your resources, or someone is sucking up, you know, more of your resources than you have to give, because this is the guy with the money, concerned about the money. This is the Thief card. And here's the Chariot. Yikes. Okay. So yeah, I mean, look at where you might be feeling like things aren't even financially in a relationship, where you're feeling taken advantage of. The Chariot says do something about it. Get in the driver's seat. You know, that's a tough thing for Libra. You just kind of go along with. But if you're feeling resentful or like somebody's taking advantage of something, then you need to, you know, get on with it and do something about it. And the Pink Lotus Fairy says a time for spirit. So this is time to shift into a broader mindset out of the confines of the mundane as far as relationships go, and look at the spiritual of it. Why did we come together in the first place? What are we doing together? If you're not in a relationship, then maybe you start asking yourself these things. Why am I not? If you're trying to bring one in, do you have a transactional idea of relationships? Like somebody owes you, I do this and then you owe me, you know? Do you feel taken advantage of in relationships, and that makes you want to yeet, you know? And do you tend to dwell on the past or relationships that didn't work out and maybe project those onto the present? Pink Lotus Fairy is saying time to take a spiritual view of the current relationship or the one you want, and start looking at it through those eyes and through that filter of spirit, and ultimately what you're here to do. Hopefully you can get a clearer view of the things you need to work on, you know, the things that the relationship needs to work on, that kind of stuff. Okay. I am feeling incredibly muddy-headed. I am definitely getting stories here, but all right. Scorpio. Scorpio, my Plutonians. Risings, where you at? Put them up. Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun. Okay, so we've got that Three of Wands again, but this time it's reversed. So again, Scorpio, looking at what needs to be launched, what has failed to launch. Knight of Swords says it's time to get it moving. Time to test it out. You're never going to know until you go in. All right, hold on. And also this week, and I'm getting the vibe of this like as a theme, especially from Virgo's reading, that we this week, as Mercury, has turned yesterday, it's picking up speed. By the end of the week, it should be up to speed again. We clear the shadow on the 2nd of July, which is next Friday. But this, the sense of let me look at the Three of Wands reversed. Hold on. Number 2. All right. Not dreaming big enough. Fear coming up to block your movement. Delays. Okay. So Scorpio, it's where to... All right. I'm getting it. This kind of dissatisfaction and dullness that you're experiencing, Scorpio, just this kind of like, meh, who cares? I'm not emotionally invested. And so to move forward, it feels like you're just going to have to force things. But it's because you're dreaming too small. It's because you don't have enough faith in your skills. So the dullness is because it's time to shake things up and take a little bit of a risk and put yourself out there. Thank you, Becca. Time to really put yourself out there at a new level. Dream a little bit bigger. You're capable. Upright, this card says I'm ready to run out onto the waves and catch it. Reversed, it's like I'm just standing and watching other people do it. So where, Scorpio, have you not taken a risk and put yourself forward? And, one of the big signals that you're kind of repressing yourself is jealousy, creative jealousy. When you see someone that does the thing you want to do, and you're like, I could do it better, and it makes you angry, that's because you're not expressing yourself the way you need to be, and you're sort of repressing yourself. So this lackadaisical feeling, or this just, who gives a shit feeling, is the signal that you are not, in fact, invested, and that you are... I've got several phrases playing in my head. None of them make any sense. Knocking the corners off is what I just heard, but that's something I use that phrase for something entirely different. What the hell? All right. So Scorpio. Ooh, we got 2 here. Miracle is what's on top, the angel of alchemy. And then we have your sensuality is beautiful, the sewer mermaid. Those both perfect for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Time to create a miracle or ask for a miracle. It's time to transform this kind of, who cares? And it lets you feel like you're in control emotionally, because especially if you're a Scorpio moon, you feel things so intensely that sometimes you'd rather not feel because it's quite a ride. But the dullness is at the cost, the price of your creativity. And it's dulling you down. It's knocking your corners off. It's taking away your edge. That's it. Taking away the edge. That's where it led me. So this week, it's time to dig into that Plutonian energy, 8th house energy, both Scorpio, both where you live, and create a miracle. And if you don't feel up to creating a miracle, then ask for one and let it get dished up to you. It doesn't matter which way it works, whether you feel you're creating it yourself or whether you ask for it and watch it arrive. It doesn't matter. But Scorpio, time to go out on a limb this week. All right? Stop playing small. Stop, kidding yourself that nothing matters and, I don't give a shit. It's time to just take off a running. All right? All right. That's what I say. Hey, you 10 that are watching, slap that like button, please. Smash it, slap it, whatever the trend is. Tickle it. Punch it. Punch it like a Nazi. Okay. Where are we at? Sag. We have a Sag moon tonight. So it's probably why my brain is just all over the map. Get in there! Oh my God. All right. that Five of Pentacles upside down again. Ooh, you wanted to come out, so let's take you. Five of Wands. All right. Okay. So Sagittarius, you're feeling like you're caught in a trap of your own making here. And you've got a case of the woe is me's as well. So, and look at the Five of Wands here. So Sagittarius, you know, I'm feeling so scattered under this Sagittarian moon. And you, Sagittarius, looks like you're scattered and bound at the same time. So your energies are scattered, things aren't moving forward, and you feel like you're trapped. And you're taking the way out. All right, I am Kali. From death comes rebirth. So it's time to look at what it's time to just let go of, Sagittarius, because we've got too many irons in the fire here. Sagittarius can be so generous and so, you know, have so many wonderful flaming ideas that they go a little too broad. But Eight of Swords is a reminder. You see how she's bound here and she's looking in that mirror, but the person actually looking in the mirror is not bound. So it's a reminder that the trap is of your own making. Look at where you can cut ties this week, cut some strings, cut some things loose, trim the fat, let go of a project that's not satisfying you. Instead of taking the road of, you know, poor me, none of it's ever going to work. From death comes rebirth. It's time to acknowledge, time for this to stop. It needs to be rebirthed in another form, but some things need to stop because there's too much. You got too much going on and it's keeping you in a bind. I mean, that's kind of all I have to say, right? This is talking about lamenting and feeling. And Sagittarius isn't generally the one that does the oh, woe is me's over the past. When it's done, it's done. Mutable signs are like that. You know, what's done is done. We move on. We adapt. But Sagittarius, wow, okay. So, okay, so yeah, you just need to look at where you've got yourself in a bind, where you've got a case of the yabbits. You know what the yabbits are, right? It's when I've got a client sitting across from me and I'm saying, you know, this is going on. They acknowledge that's going on. It's like, okay, time to let this go, or time to, you know, make a change or something. And they're going, yeah, but if I do that, blah, 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 blah. And you're saying, okay, well then here's the other choice. And they go, yeah, but if I do that, then I'll have to give up blah, 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 blah. And so you stop and say, here are your choices. You have to pick one. You have to pick one or the other. And if you choose not to choose, the trade-off there is the right to bitch. If you choose not to choose, not to take control of the situation, then you're not allowed to bitch about it. All right? So this is saying, cut yourself loose from what feels like too much. The projects, maybe you're trying to work on some things with somebody else and it's just not meshing. It's just not working. So time to trim that down as well. And, you know, have your little pity party where you need to, but then let it go, because whatever you let go of, whatever goes away because of you trimming things down, can be rebirthed in another form. It doesn't have to be for good and forever. Okay. Hello, thrush. Hello. Ah, he's so beautiful. He has a very bell-like tone in the most beautiful song. Bloop, bloop. It sounds like water flowing. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, here we go. Look who came out. Look who came out for the Capricorns as well. Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Tower. All right, Capricorn. I'm looking at the images kind of echoed here. From this, you know, blindfolded and hands bound, to third eye open, third eye open, palms open, letting it flow and receiving. So it's time, Capricorn, for you to open up, to open up and let flow. Let your intuition flow, Queen of Cups is saying. If you're not doing any active meditation right now, it would be a great time for it because you've got information coming in that needs to be listened to. And the Tower says something's going to come a-crashing. Time for something to go bye-bye this week. Something that you've outgrown, Capricorn. There's this, you have outgrown, okay. There's a story of limitation that you've lived with, Capricorn, along with your, you know, your stories of responsibility and duty and all those things that you do so well. But there's an old story of limitation that you have outgrown and you know better. And this week it's time for that to come crashing down, because look what's in the middle. This is the authentic you awakening. The psychic you, the spiritual you, the you that is tuned in with the cosmos is awakening and becoming stronger and bigger. And she, at one and the same time, is going to, you know, blast you free of your self-limiting beliefs and bring about, I mean, literally a life change where you feel like you finally busted out of the cocoon, you know? Now, of course, the Tower usually brings a little bit of disruption with it, but I'm really seeing this as this, you know, coming out of a cocoon. Ooh, and here we go. Here's one of the limiting factors for you, Capricorn. It says working too hard, angel of time. So here's the bind you're in, and, you know, the message that you tell yourself could be, if I don't work this hard, then what am I worth? I have to work this hard in order to be worth, you know, whatever. But Queen of Cups says you know better than that. Your spirit knows better than that. You've outgrown these old messages. And it's time to stop working too hard and recognize your worth beyond your work, I guess is the best thing I can say. Your core worth beyond the work that you do. You have a core worthiness. Capricorn grapples with this. Capricorn and Pisces, Crappy Cappy and Pissy Pisces can do unworthy like nobody's business. So time to let that go and let yourself outgrow it. Keep strengthening this part of yourself, Capricorn. So this week, the way you shine your light is by really being in touch with your spirit, by trimming down the amount of work that you're doing, seeing if you can cut the ties between your work and your worth, and let that old idea crumble of I have to overwork myself in order to be worthy. That's what you need to kick out this week, Capricorn. That was a pretty quick message, but it was also very clear. They're getting clearer as I go along, as usual, you know. Sometimes it just takes me a while to get my shit together. And I knew when I was having a hard time finding the deck, it's like, ugh, this is going to be a slog tonight. But you know what? It's all right. Let me see them likes, you guys. Come on. Hook a witch up. All right. Whoop. Here we go. Aquarius. 3 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Judgment. Ooh. And nobody does Judgment like Scorpio and Aquarius. Seriously. All right. You are going to come out of here. All right. Oh, this is 8 of Wands, not 3 of Wands. So, time to zero in on the target this week, Aquarius. How you shine your light is by getting crystal clear about your goal. Look at this. Everything, I mean, they're flying through the air, but look at everything's coming to a point here. Getting things in perspective and narrowing your focus. 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay, Judgment. Judgment, too. Talking about letting go of some judgments here. Or looking at what... All right, hold on. Judgment is a card of transformation. It is a Plutonian card. It's about something changing state. You know, death and rebirth. So the death and rebirth here, Aquarius, It is about a new project. It's about zeroing in on the target and honing in on something, letting your judgment weed some things out for you. And the filter you run it through is which of these things will allow me to really stretch out? Which of these projects, in what form, the thing that I want to launch, the goal that I'm honing in on here, get it into the form that like calls forth your higher self, calls forth all of your talents, your highest skills. So again, when I was talking about not waiting until you feel like you're ready to launch something, this is talking about that as well, allowing yourself to stretch out into a project. And also setting projects that are a little bit beyond your skill level, or even a lot beyond your skill level, if it's feasible to, attain it in a particular time frame. We're certainly talking about your creative ideas here. So it's talking about, yes, dreaming big. Hold on. Speed, velocity, travel, making split-second decisions, an upcoming positive resolution, haste, good news. Okay, so it does have that idea of speed, that something is coming with speed, that something's changing with speed, and then we have a brand new beginning of a new project. New ideas, the seed of potential, the arrival of inspiration, illumination, intense creativity. All right, and this is, look at this. I don't know if you can see this spirit kind of rising. So really allowing your inspiration to come forth. And here it says a tempting offer has a high price. All right. So something else this week, Aquarius. And again, these, I'm not feeling these are really kind of telling the same story, but that doesn't matter. Carnivorous flower fairy. So use your judgment this week about offers that come along, Aquarius, because something comes along. If you find yourself, all right, here's where the limit is in stretching beyond your limit. All right, dream big. This is about inspiration and dreaming up a new project, getting new ideas that are going to allow you to really arise and allow you to move your skills forward, to really show your talents to their best advantage. But the limit on that is, what's it going to cost me? And, yes, in actual money, but in energy, in happiness, in anything else, what's it going to cost me? Keeping those things in balance. So it's saying, if you're dreaming big and you're like, oh, here's something I want to do, but it's going to like cost an inordinate amount of investment on the front end that you don't really have, or like me, you have fibromyalgia. If I decided, I'm going to go do a Ren fair by myself and set up the tent and everything, that's very self-limiting. I do not have the physical resources to do that and come out the other end, So looking at the resources you have, let those temper how big you're dreaming with this new project. So ask yourself, can I afford this? Can I support this big idea? And let that be your filter this week when you're looking at this new, beautiful project that is going to come swooping in this week. Things are moving quickly. You get very big ideas, Aquarius, and you have to decide when it's too much for you, when to maybe pull somebody else in, or just when to, trim a little bit. All right. Hello, ups and downs. Hi, darling. I'm glad you made it. Virgo and Scorpio must be the oof. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can hope, honey. I hope I got something good for you then. All right. Hey, 5 likes. I see them. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. It really helps the algorithm find my ass on this vast, vast landscape of YouTube. Okay. Ooh. You see, they're coming out in pairs tonight. So we have the wheel, the 3 of Wands again, and the wheel. And there's the 8 of Swords again, but reverse this time. Okay. All right. Pisces. The wheel says things are changing, Pisces. Just hang Just hang, because it's changing around you. You know, things are moving on. You don't have to push it. All right. So that's what the Wheel of Fortune says. This week, Pisces, you can look forward to things finally shifting. Finally shifting. And Three of Wands after it says, and I'm finally ready to go for it. You know, so you'll feel yourself coming out of the doldrums. And I mean, let's face it, with this retrograde in Gemini, if you have personal points in the mutable signs, somewhere along that retrograde, you would probably took a square or an opposition, right? If you have things that fall within those degrees. So, you know, you could have found yourself kind of just in a funk of, you know, I can't think straight, can't get a project launched to save me, all that kind of stuff. But the Wheel of Fortune for you, Pisces, says things finally change this week. You can look forward to just life moving on, all right? So things like, you know, the Chariot talks about change of that you direct, get in the driver's seat and make it go. Judgment is changed from the inside. I've completely changed my attitude. Wheel of Fortune is organic change. It's life changing. Life moves on around you, right? And so you can then come closer to really launching and using your skills. And Eight of Swords reverse says you feel like you've been let out of prison this week, Pisces. So yay. That's very good news. Let's see what the... in there. And we have the Storm Angel. Ooh, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, energies. All right. So, here's my book. I'm going to look her up. Oh yes, these do have numbers. There we go. There may be arguments, even angry situations and fights at the moment. Withheld energies are being freed so they can be released. You'll uncover the truth about a situation, as no one can lie when this angel is about her work, or when you're dealing with a Pisces. It depends. Some Pisces are such suckers. You can lie to them like mad. Some of them, no, they'll see right through. Any lies, deception, manipulation, and cheating will be revealed. The most important objective for you and the Storm Angel is to speak truthfully and act in integrity, and all is about to become very transparent, and her fierce, bright light will reveal all that is hidden so that it can be banished for good. All right. So, Pisces, when the shit hits the fan this week, you find yourself in a tangle, sit back, let the wheel turn. All right, let the wheel turn, because she's at work and she says whatever you need to know is going to be revealed to you. All right, so I'm also looking at him looking out. Okay, I'm going to look out and wait until the truth is revealed. And what did we say about the truth? It sets you free, right? It comes out of a bind. So you've got that this week, Pisces, but also just, you know, feeling like there's a reset and that you're coming out of the doldrums, and that's a good thing. All right. Again, I want to just reiterate here, you don't need to tangle with somebody. It talks about arguments and stuff, but you don't need to. You don't need to engage. Notice what's going on. Call on the Storm Angel and see what she's going to bring forth. All right. Okay, Aries. Thank you for more likes, everybody. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, there's one. Aries, judgment comes out for you too. This one wants to come as well. And I'm going to grab that one too. Okay. All right, very interesting. Looking at Two of Pentacles in the middle, and it's kind of like juggling. I'm juggling resources. Things are up in the air. My resources are up in the air. Which way do I come down? One side here we have judgment, where you allow the old to fall away and you arise. And then the other side, we've got the Hanged Man, where you just take a different perspective of it. Okay, hold on a second here. Hanged Man talks about waiting it out. And you know, these can be both things. The balancing act. The balancing act is between what you do yourself and what you allow to happen, Aries. Judgment is about taking advantage of this Plutonian transformative energy and allowing yourself to change. This is big change, Aries. This is change of attitude. And the Hanged Man on the other side says, recognize the role of spirit in that change. Recognize where you are not in the driver's seat. And find out what your beliefs are, where your faith is, and then which at the end of the world we have an important end, a new beginning. So something this week for you, Aries, is going to really change. Big transformation. This can look like you suddenly realizing, oh my God, what have I been thinking all this time? I get it now. That's the Judgment card. That's change from inside. Okay, now something clicks up here, and now I'm looking at everything in a whole new light. Whether that is a situation at work that now I'm seeing it clearly for what it is, a situation in my personal life, or the big, the big scope of life. The penny drops, and now I have a bigger spiritual understanding or something, and it changes everything. That's what the Judgment card is. But it talks about also really leaving room for spirit to come in and looking at things. And that, I mean, those go hand in hand quite easily. Looking at something with a new perspective, and it changes everything that you think about it. And that helps you bring things into balance and bring resources into balance. So yes, there's a very important end coming up here, Aries, that's going to change how you feel about everything. Spirit is catalyzing. You're being asked to, what if I change my assumptions? I've already got Taurus cards coming out, you guys. What if I change my assumptions? What if I try this instead? I'm going to look at it this way instead. And it allows you to balance things out, right? And to really come to a new understanding. Well, Taurus, you know you're not getting any of those cards. Okay. Page of Wands, Four of Cups, Two of Wands. All right, Two of Wands is really getting the plan together. I've got a plan. Page of Wands is I am ready to rock now. Page of Wands is that raw creative energy running through you. And Four of Cups is just again that dissatisfaction and disappointment. Just, not really feeling the love right now. Okay. Okay, so Two Little Witches actually give us some help on this. They say it's magical space clearing time. So Taurus, for you, in order to get out of your doldrums and to get the creative energy flowing, this is kind of like that feeling of inspiration and motivation, I want to do it. And this is actually taking it and putting it into a map and a plan, working out the plan. But you've got to really get yourself enthused about things to begin with. Who feels like making a plan if I don't give a shit about the project? Let's look at Four of Cups. Missing opportunities for abundance, a time to meditate, frustration and boredom, being a brat, not appreciating what you have, apathy, introspection, stability leading to boredom. Stability leading to boredom. So it's time to shake things up a little bit, Taurus, and bust yourself out of the doldrums and out of your boredom so you can start thinking about, what do I want to look at next? What do I want to plan next? So what do you do to get this energy flowing? You clean your magical space. You clean your altar. You clean your happy place. You clean your room, your nest, you know. This is a wonderful thing for Taurus to do because you're getting your hands on all your wonderful things, you know, touching everything in your space and giving it the loving energy of a cleaning and looking at it. And that can help you get the energy moving to begin with, that then can have you kicking things up into action. But, you know, it looks like a whole bunch of us are feeling the doldrums this week. I have been feeling things really moving forward during the retro, which is sort of weird. And I've got some things that are moving forward tomorrow, too. So I'm not personally feeling them. But for those who are, there's a solution. And just get your hands on the cleaning materials. And even if it's just a little corner, you know, if you can't drum up the energy to want to clean, then how about just my nightstand? I'm just going to clean my nightstand. Or just pick one little place and that can get the momentum going. All right? But yeah, we can freshen up a little bit this week, Taurus. And now we got Gemini. Are we at the end already? Wow. Okay. Gemini. All right, I will take them off of here. Oof. Okay. The Hermit and the Page of Pentacles upside down. Okay. All right, Gemini. Two of Wands talks about planning, putting a plan into motion. Let me make sure. Yes, planning your future, making progress, activation, possibilities, the choice between your comfort zone and new adventures. All right, so here's the comfort zone, and looking out the window, and there's a map, and, you know, this is someone dreaming about going outside of their comfort zone. And the Hermit here, upside down, says, yes, it is time to come out of being hermity, Gemini, and to move out into the outer world. Reversed, withdrawing from society, isolation, loneliness, forever seeking without healing, feeling like a misfit. All right, so that's their reverse. The light seers, inner reflection, meditation, contemplation, soul searching, inner wisdom, spiritual mentor, finding your guide within. Yeah, so the Hermit talks about finding the light. So Gemini, it is saying for you that you have been hermity, that you've been kind of pulling back and isolating. And we need to sort of turn this on its head. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles. Being non-committal, lack of progress, learning from past mistakes, procrastinating, not bringing plans down to earth. Okay, this is powerful personal growth. So we're talking about learning from past mistakes here in order to get progress going. Because we're not making progress, Gemini. You're kind of sitting back in your safe zone and looking out and going, you know, yeah, I'd like to get out there and be a playa, but I just kind of don't feel like it. So you're doing the isolation thing. So time to bust that. Time to assess or do, okay, hold on. Guidance, but where will it lead you? Glamour, intrigue, and drama. A time for spirit. Okay, so all of these things, a time for spirit, but this says powerful personal growth. So Gemini, it's time to kind of look at, I guess, the bigger, deeper patterns that are going on. There's that Five of Pentacles. There's the oh, woe is me again. And look at Ten of Cups reversed. So yeah, time to acknowledge whatever you're feeling grief about, Gemini. Wherever you're again, having the pity party. It seems to be in the wind this week. And really sit down and have a talk with yourself about it. Where am I not moving on from my own past trauma, from my own grief, from my own dissatisfaction, from my own unhappiness? Let's look at the Ten of Cups reversed here. disharmony or disputes, miscommunication, struggling relationships, unrealistic expectations, not feeling worthy of love, a delay. Okay, so here we're just not feeling worthy of anything here, and it's really got you stalled and withdrawn. Okay. Love is strange. That came up twice today. All right. So maybe we're kind of a stranger to loving ourselves, Gemini. And it talks about miscommunication here, which can be a big grief for Gemini. So time to look at these griefs of the past, time to look at how I can process those so they don't have a grip on me in the present. So this week, whatever comes up about miscommunication, and this could be stuff that is fallout from the retrograde, that we miscommunicated while the retro was going on. Now it's turned, it's time to reckon, and we're feeling kind of bad about something and just feeling like I'm going to withdraw. But in order to make progress, you've got to step out of your comfort zone here, Gemini. Recommunicate about something. Look for spiritual backup. Time for spirit. Those I'm going to let go, but this powerful personal growth. So what part of this is yours, Gemini? What part of whatever situation that you're feeling victimized by is your responsibility? Take responsibility for it. Come out of your, whatever self-imposed exile you're in here this week. Take yourself out of that. Recommunicate. Put yourself through, because you've got a great deal of personal growth that's available to you this week through this. Okay, brat. Bratty. Okay. So, and hi, Deborah. Hi, Deb. Good to see you here, and you're very, very welcome. So, yes, Gemini, you've got a great opportunity ahead of you. Suck it up. Go, okay, half of this is my responsibility. And even if it's not your fault, just say, how can I take responsibility for the fixing of this situation? What can I do to be the bigger person and take responsibility and move forward? Okay? All right. That's what I got for you, Gemini. Yikes. This is, again, one of those decks that I really feel like I've got to take some lessons with, or just really work with for a while, because the vibe of it is incredible. All right. Now I want to know. I don't know what I want to know. Miracle. What miracle is looking for us this week? So this will be a final for everybody here. What kind of miracle can we bring about this week? For all of us together, for the greater good, for the tribe, for the collective. Give me 3, please. Okay. Give me 3, please, and here they come. I'm going to take them right side up. And look, we've got these from the last one. The brattiness and the oh is meanness. And here we've got 9 of Pentacles, strength. Okay. So the miracle is about loving something into change. Bringing love and kindness and compassion to bear, and watching how it can miraculously change a situation. Like if you're in a situation in the grocery store, and you get in front of the line, somebody in the line, and they're like, if you say, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you, and you bring kindness and love and watch what happens in that person. Watch the shift in that person. It can be miraculous, right? And that again, talking about unhappiness and miscommunication, struggling, unrealistic expectations. Okay. And the 9 of Pentacles talks about enjoying our resources for ourselves, taking the time for ourselves. Satisfaction, personal achievement, to enjoy, the good things of this life. Taking some time this week to enjoy the beautiful fruits and vegetables and the products of summer that are coming in, the abundance of summer, Look at her cauldron with pentacles, and she's picking all these things that are just hanging in abundance. So taking some time to really revel and relish our achievements, and to bring the strength card to bear, which is the strength of gentleness, of endurance. It's the strength of endurance. I remember hearing once that the Magician card and the Strength card, Magician is masculine and Strength is feminine. And so the Magician is about pounding things together, pushing things together, you know, making it happen. The Strength card is about allowing it to happen and guiding it into being with kindness, love, within yourself. Getting yourself so calm on the inside that the situation outside also changes. But we need to check our expectations. That in itself can really change the situation. If we look at our expectations and reassess them and look at how maybe we can do without them, just do without expectations altogether, okay? Then without expectations and without judgment. This is one of the things that I've been doing with, if I come across somebody like on YouTube and they've got the information that I want, but I don't happen to like their voice, or they do something, a particular thing that drives me crazy, like they'll be talking about a sentence and saying, you know, at the end of this video, I will give you the whole list of how to do the thing. Drives me nuts. But what I say to myself is, try not judging them and see what happens. It's like Chef John from foodwishes.com. He's one of my favorite guys. He has the best recipes ever. First couple times I watched him, I couldn't stand him. And I have friends that are like, I just can't take this guy. And it's like, try not judging him. Just try not judging him and see what happens. Try letting him be who he is. Try altering your expectations. I don't expect him to be what I like. I just expect him to be himself and give me good information and see what happens. All right? So let's suspend our expectations and see what that does to a situation and what miracles that can create. So, and I love this Strength card that she is like part lion and there's a lamb down here that is not afraid of her because she's got control of herself. That's the kind of strength we're talking about here, is self-control. So self-control means managing your expectations and also managing your resources. But it's saying that right now it is time to really enjoy your resources because they're plentiful. They're plentiful. You have accomplished things. Come out of this, you guys. This is the brattiness and the brattiness and the oh, woe is me. And that came up enough times tonight that I would say we just need to bust ourselves out of it. Again, in balance, being mindful that, yes, we do have another variant of this fucking virus that is making an appearance. We've made it this far. Don't lose your common sense. Now, just don't lose your common sense. And don't, if you keep your common sense about you, it doesn't have to ruin your summer. You know, it doesn't have to take us down. It doesn't have to ruin our fun. We can still have our fun and not put anybody in danger. That's what I'm getting here. So, all right, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, ups and downs. Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to do a video, to say, you know, in this video you will learn this, and this, especially if you're doing like PowerPoint stuff. But it's the cadence. It's the cadence. It's like, all right, I'm going to shuffle this deck and I'm going to then put it in the box. And they do it with every single sentence. It's just a thing that people started doing, that I started noticing. Reporters do it, you know. So anyway, it's a thing. It drives me nuts. But if I try not judging them, it works. So anyhow, you guys, take care. Have an excellent week. I hope that, I mean, we've got the cool breeze coming in the window here. It's been a beautiful summer so far. Not very summer, well, not the temperatures that we're used to having. Anyway, stay safe. Enjoy your summer. Have a great week. I do believe I will be doing something Friday night this week, a live stream, Easy Bake Coven, rather than on Saturday afternoon. So come on out and have some fun with us. I think it's going to be fun. All right, you guys, please consider sending me a tip or a donation if you get something of value out of these videos. Consider sending me a deck. Consider joining my Patreon. I'm working real hard on delivering the next installment of exclusive content this week. So if you up at the priestess level, you get really good exclusive content. All right, you guys, take care. Ooh, I have to. I'm also going to go from here immediately and make public my full moon reading video because the full moon is tomorrow. I guess you guys would want to know that. So you'll have another video to watch after this. All right, you guys, take care. Mwah. Love you as always. Zen Witch. Blessed be.